Let's eliminate property taxes. Sounds like a great dream, right? The governor is backing a plan floating the idea of eliminating property taxes entirely. But while that might get cheers at rallies, the idea is far from a win for most Floridians. I'm Julio Gonzalez with Team Move. Today we're breaking down why this proposal doesn't work and why smarter, fair solutions actually look like. So here's the pitch. Eliminate property taxes. Replace the revenue with a higher sales tax. The goal? Give homeowners a break and boost the economy. Sounds simple, but is it sustainable? Not really. Property taxes are the backbone of local funding. They pay for schools, police, fire departments, roads, libraries, the services we all rely on. In many Florida counties, these taxes make up 50 to 60% of school district funding. Lose that and you lose the baseline for community infrastructure. And unlike sales tax, property tax revenue is stable and predictable year after year. There's a common misconception though, especially among people who have paid off their mortgage, that they never really own their home because of property taxes. But what they're really doing is contributing to a shared community resource. These taxes aren't personal rent payments, they're pooled investments into the infrastructure and protection we all rely on, like schools, roads, and emergency response. And here's where it gets worse. Not every county is built the same. Rural areas and fiscally constrained counties don't have big tourism, booming retail, or sprawling development. A higher sales tax doesn't bring in much new money. In fact, it might drive residents to shop elsewhere. On the other hand, large metro areas like Miami, Orlando, and Tampa have the benefit of tourism and bed taxes to prop up revenue. They might manage, but even they'll feel the pressure as demand for services keep rising. And let's talk about renters. Under the current system, property taxes are paid by landlords, and while the cost does get passed on to the tenants, it's indirect. But if we replace property taxes with higher sales taxes, renters might get hit twice. They may still cover part of that property tax in pass-through rent, but now they're also going to pay more every time they go to the store. This group is already financially vulnerable, and this plan would make things worse for them. And this isn't Florida's first flashy fix. Remember the promises around the lottery when it started back in 1988? It was supposed to boost education funding, and instead it became a revenue swap. Lottery money went in, and general funding got pulled out. Net gain for the schools? Basically zero. The property tax proposal risks becoming the same kind of gimmick. So what's the better option? Give relief where it's needed, expand the homestead exemption, or introduce new exemptions for seniors, veterans, and low-income homeowners. And here's the key. Keep the full property tax burden on large investors and corporate landlords. Right now, investor purchases are driving up housing prices for everyone else. Targeted tax policy could cool speculation while protecting individual homeowners. There are no perfect solutions here, but that doesn't mean we give up. Eliminating property taxes might sound like a win, but it's a risky gamble that could devastate essential services, especially services in rural counties. We don't need political stunts. We need sustainable solutions that protect families, fund communities, and keep Florida livable for everyone. If we want a state where more people can afford to own a home, where schools are funded and communities are safe and functional, we have to be honest about what it takes. That means protecting local funding, pushing back on speculative investment, and making sure our tax system works for everyone, not just the loudest voices. Where do we go from here? Stay informed, speak up, and demand policy that actually works. Trusted experience, real results. That's Team Move.